That is supposed to indicate now it's open to the floor and anybody can ask questions now on whatever we have heard. No, I think Anilji had a question which I think, I don't think I got the answer correctly. He was trying to say that, the middle pillar, the ultimate is moksha. Okay? So, everybody is going through their life struggles. They're having the good things happening, bad things happening. And this churning is constantly going on. That is part of life. So, not everybody has the goal of moksha. So, what I thought he meant was that he meant ultimately anyway.
Everybody
gets moksha. So why do we have to quest after it? Is that what you were trying to ask?
Everybody gets moksha because churning is there in
everybody's life is churning. So
why or he is getting moksha, but he is not recognizing that it is moksha.
Then it is no moksha.
Recognize?
Yeah, there is no awareness, and you die an ignorant man. You die with a huge burden of grief and sorrow, and you don't die like a liberated being, and you're not free. And the sign of moksha is that sorrow cannot touch you. That's the hallmark.
Okay. So either you are in the ocean, you just get swept away in the ocean, or you climb this pillar and go on the top.
So Guruji, I have a question. Going back to this Devasura model, so you explained wonderfully how it relates to individual, right? Is that also relates to an individual country, or?
Of course, when the chart applies to a country, yes, same thing. Collective consciousness of 1.4 billion people, India, collective consciousness. It's called Sutratma, collective consciousness of millions of people. And India has got a chart. Many organizations may have a chart.
So,
and it will represent.
Then it's a combination of one thing is the time, and is also the other thing is the place. So it's a combination of both.
No, the organization comes into existence at a particular time, at a particular place. For example, the Theosophical Society was registered in New York sometime in 1776 or so, on a particular day, particular time. So that becomes the birth details of the Theosophical Society's chart, which is a Gemini ascendant chart. It's a very intellectual society. So that's why you find literature, spiritual literature and books and publishing of paramount importance in the Theosophical Society, because it's got a Gemini ascendant chart.
Yes, somebody was asking a question.
No, please sit and talk. Please sit and talk.
I heard a priest just yesterday at a meeting make this statement, and I'm quoting him. He said moksha is generally something that is not for the householder. If you're not a householder, then you don't apply the principle of moksha to a householder. But if you're not a householder and you've given up, renunciated, then moksha comes into. So moksha, the way you're using it is liberation, salvation. What is it? The acronym for moksha in English language.
I told you, moksha means that suffering cannot happen again in your life. It's finished once and for all. There's no such thing. It cannot begin again. It can't begin again.
Liberation from sorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And probably what he meant was, if you're a householder, you can't get it. It's probably because you're very caught up in the artha kama phase of your life. So maybe that is far from your thoughts. So you're still caught up in all the mundane activities of life. So those things are not anywhere in the thinking.
Jyoti, please ask.
In the past, you had said that Gyan Dhyan Bhakti is the way towards moksha. And is Vedic Jyotish astrology also way towards moksha, the knowledge of Vedic astrology?
Not like that. See, there are the traditional paths of bhakti and jnana and dhyana and karma. And but we have to be careful with words when we use them, because when we say somebody is on the path of bhakti, it does not mean that he is a jnana shunya, and if somebody is on the path of bhakti, it does not mean that he is a bhakti shunya. That they are actually like 4 ropes plaited into each other. So if you are a jnana yogi, and now you also have to be a karma yogi, you've got to show that you are not self-centered, so you've got to be willing to help others whenever that help is called for in the circumstances of your life. So karma is part of jnana, and jnana without bhakti is, even I would say, jnana shunya. Because bhakti is the rasa, and without that rasa, the jnana is worthless. So they are all like, you see women in India, their hair is plaited, right? You see many strands, they are plaited together. So all the yogas, the bhakti yoga, the jnana yoga, the dhyana yoga, they are all like, they form an integral whole. They are all plaited together. So, but one of the strands could be thicker than the others. One of them could be thicker than the others. Then you say that, oh, he's a great bhakta, you say, he's a great jnani, you say, but that does not mean the other things are bereft in him. No. So if you are musically inclined, for example, I have told you that you practice yoga and music. So music and yoga, they will take you to the divine. So just soak in it, soak in it. That was my recipe for you. So I won't say that to somebody else. Somebody I will say a different thing. And you can reach the divine even through theoretical physics or metallurgy or mathematics. Because Ramanujam said, Srinivasa Ramanujan, he said, for me, unless I see an equation as a thought of God, I can't deal with it. Because for him, that mathematics is his religion, is his yoga. So anything can be your religion, anything can be your dharma, anything can be your yoga. Even belonging to Theosophical Society, it can be a yoga as a karma yogi. So you must have that intensity, you must have that dedication, and it must be wholly devoid of conflict. Then it's a yoga.
But one must be open to that.
One must be open.
Open.
And sometimes it's a calling. Calling. You get it. And sometimes the calling will come, and the calling will be with you for 15 years, yes, and the calling will go away. And then, because this is, the whole thing is divinely orchestrated.
Yes, and you have to flow with it.
You got to flow with that.
You can't fight it.
Yeah. No. Fighting you should never do, because it's a divine orchestration.